Hello friends, this is the Cryptonian taking a look at Bitcoin. It is Wednesday morning, 7 a.m. North American East Coast time, and we are looking wonderful on the Bitcoin chart. Currently we are in a bull flag here. You can see that it's just having up thrusts and then consolidations and up thrusts and consolidations. And if you take this is the 4-hour chart. Let's take a look at the 1-hour chart, and you can see it a little bit more clearly here. And here you go. Okay, so I entered my position down here, and we had several up thrusts since then. Okay, like so. You can see the stair-stepping pattern. This is classic strength, classic bull strength, classic bull flag pattern. Now I added to my original position. My original position was down here, and as it pushed up, I added to my position here as well. And then last night, as it pushed up again, I added again to my position here. Okay, so right now we're looking really good. We're pushing up with strength. However, I do have some concerns. We're getting a bit overextended on this rally. But let's take a look at some of the structure here. Right now, Bitcoin 41,764, and of course this is a 1-hour chart. On the 1-hour chart, which is short time frame, we have been very bullish, as you can see. Here's a trend that's very, very strong. This is characteristic bull strength. When we take a look at the moving averages, we have the red moving average, which is the 200 daily moving average here, and we have crossed the 200 daily moving average, which is very, very critical on the shorter time frames. And of course we're above the 30-day moving average here, and which is a sign of strength as well. And look, we have the crossover here. Okay, if it's a 50 and 200, it's called a golden cross. This is the 30 and 200, so it's even better. And of course we do see the oscillating volume. We had a little bit of volume here, but the market was not brave enough to really go big here. And I entered here, and then we had another we had a lot of volume coming here later, and which was nice. And then we had more volume coming in here, and then we even had some volumes, almost the same amount of volume coming in recently. So it looks really good, guys. However, right now on the 1-hour, we are at the 74, actually 75 RSI, which means we are currently overbought. Okay, entering overbought area. Now again, on these reversals, because we just came off of a bottom, these RSIs can actually stay overbought for a while. We'll just have to wait and see, especially on the lower time frames. Taking a look at the stochastics down here, stochastics and Fisher still pointing up, showing strength and showing the uptrend. And this is on the 2-hour, or excuse me, on the 1-hour. Now on the 4-hour, let's take a look and see where we are. Okay, and on the 4-hour, it's pretty much showing a lot of strength as well, which this is what we want to see. This is really, really good for the time being here. Okay, so I entered down here. We had this nice push higher, bull flagged all the way up to 41,769. Right here, we're right under the 200 daily moving average. Okay, so we need to be careful here. The 4-hour is a very significant charting time frame, and currently right now resistance, there will be heavy resistance at 42,195, which is the 200 daily moving average for the 4-hour. I don't think we're going to break this. We could, push above it a little bit, but I don't think we're going to break it. Not this first time. We could see some consolidation here and then push higher and break it, but we'll just have to wait and see. Today's already Wednesday. Wednesdays and Thursdays are the strongest days in the market. We'll just have to wait and see. What's nice is we've made officially now, look, we have a high here, and now we have officially made a higher high. And this is what I was talking to you about before. The definition of a downtrend is lower lows, lower highs. The definition of a uptrend is higher highs, higher lows. So we have our higher high. Whoops. Let me get my brush back out. We have our higher high. Now what I'm looking for is a pullback, and I want to see the higher low. This higher low is going to be purchased by probably the majority of all of the investors that have experience, all of those that have experience charting the market, all those that have experience and know what a higher low is. Okay, that I expect to see a lot of traders, a lot of traders and whales buying in heavily there on this higher low, and then for the push higher. We're getting ready to change momentum here in the market. We're not there yet, but we are very close. And I mean macro momentum. This is a nice push to the upside, and I'm hoping that my positions will turn into long-term holds because I'm a long-term investor. But we'll have to wait and see. A move like this, I think this is about 7%, 7 or 8% from the bottom. Let's see. I entered down here. So from the bottom, yeah, it's 7.5%, almost 8% from the bottom, which is great. But that being said, we have to be cautious and careful, because once we start bumping our head on this 200 daily moving average, and once we start getting rejected, you're going to see a lot of energy, a lot of sellers, a lot of energy come out of this move, and you're going to see a lot of sellers sell. However, we don't really know how far the pullback will come down. Now, if Bitcoin consolidates right under the 200, then that will be very bullish and pull the 30-day moving average up under it, giving it a lot of support at these price levels. So we could have, there's a couple scenarios. We could have a pullback for a higher low, which I think is probably going to happen, or we could have some type of consolidation here, and then another attempt to break above that 4-hour 200 moving average. Okay, we're seeing declining volume on the bars here as we get higher, which is normal. Okay, and it's totally normal. But like I said, here on the 4-hour, 76, almost 77 RSI, we're overextended, so we're due for consolidation or pullback to reset the RSI. And the stochastics, you see what I've said before here. I'll make this larger so you can see how the stochastics, previously the stochastics would round itself off, right? It would round itself off, and as it peaked, well, now in this strong powerful move, it went up, and then it just stayed up here and is flatlining. This is a sign of strength, right? And so we see here that the RSI, excuse me, the stochastics is overbought, and the Fisher is overbought. We're both very extended, and the Fisher probably, once we start to lose momentum here, the Fisher will then cross over and start to move down slowly. Now it depends on, like I said, if there's a lot of sellers and the bears come out to play and win, pushing the price down, we'll have some kind of a pullback here and then a bounce, right? The question is, the tricky part is, how far down will the bounce be? How far will we come down? And we could even have a pull down and a wick, right? A real sell off, and then a nice snap back up, a wick showing that we come down in price and go straight back up and then start consolidating. It's going to be really hard to say, but congratulations to all of you who entered down here on this dip. Those that entered in with me, congratulations. Again, not investment advice. I'm just sharing with you what I'm doing and what I see in the market. And like I said, what's very, very critical is this line here. We did push above it, and the longer that we stay up here, the healthier it is for the bulls, right? So there you have it. We're looking very good on the Bitcoin chart on the 1 hour. Actually, let's take a look at the daily real quick. Here's the daily chart. You can see the daily is looking beautiful. Now on the daily, we are going to be running into some resistance on the 30 right here, which is, at 42,111. 42,111. So 42,111 is a very important area on the daily chart. That's where the 30-day moving average is. Typically, when you come up under it, it's resistance, and pretty strong resistance too. But I mean, we've broken it before. You can see that, we broke it here, we broke it here, we broke it here, we broke it here. We broke it 3 times before, very decisively, and two of those 3 times we ran it all the way to the 200 daily moving average. So it's very likely that this run will actually make it to 44,362. Very, very likely. But we're just going to have to wait and see. You can see how this run here pushed up over the 30-day moving average, pulled back, used the 30-day moving average as support, and then continued on pushing up to the 200 daily moving average. But we couldn't hold above the 200 daily moving average before on the daily. This previous push up above it, and then we lost it and came right back down, right? So perhaps this time, if we reach it, we can hold above it and consolidate a little bit. Not really sure. We'll have to wait and see. So on the daily, we have lower volumes here, lower volumes on the daily. We did have, which is really crazy, is we see all the volume that comes in when we're above the 200 daily moving average here. I'll make this a little bit bigger so you can see it. Once we're above the 200 daily moving average here, right, this is where a lot of other investors come in. Because remember, I said before, above the 200 daily moving average, when price is above the 200 daily moving average, that is bullish. When we're below the 200 daily moving average, we are bearish. And that is a principle of charting that, as long as I can remember, that's been the case, and that is just a fact, right? So once we get above the 200 daily moving average, I'm expecting that we'll see a lot of volume come in. A lot of buyers will come in, and hopefully we'll be able to hold that 200 daily moving average, and then that's going to be a flip to a bullish macro bull trend. Okay, so we're still pretty early here in the move, and we're still at consolidation. You can see here where we are here. If we draw a line right here, this is where we were rejected previous, so it's going to be an important area, and you can see that we've played around with this 30-day moving average for several times before, but we just could not stay above it. So it's going to be critical to stay above 42,100. That's where the 30-day moving average is on the daily chart now. This is on the daily chart, so this is a longer time frame. But taking a look at our RSI on the daily, we're just crossing the 50 mark, right? So generally on the RSI, we can see down here we're at 54, and generally when you cross the 50 mark, you get stronger, right? Above 50 is strength for the bulls. The RSI above 50 is showing strength, and below 50 is showing weakness, right? So the question is, will we stay above this 50 RSI, or are we going to fall below it? Because right now this is where the bears come out to play, right? Right here at the 30-day moving average is in a downtrend. You can see before, I'll show you here, that in a weak market and in a downtrend, the price gets rejected by the 30-day moving average right here. This is where we were rejected by the 30-day moving average here. Not only were we rejected by the 30-day moving average, we had a cross of the 30 crossing down below the 200. We were rejected by both, and that's when we had a really strong reaction, came all the way back down. We had a major sell-off when we lost that critical area on the chart. So that being said, it's going to be very important for the Bitcoin price and the bulls to hold above the 30-day moving average, which is, like I said, at this point 42,100. We need to stay above that, and if we do, then it's going to be very good news, and it's going to be a very good chance that we push up to 44,500 and attack the 200 daily moving average. Okay, so critical levels on the upside for the bulls: 42,100. That's the resistance. We're going to be engaging with that today, and so it's going to be critical for the bulls, and 44,500, which to really change the market around into an uptrend, we need to hold that 44,500. We need to get above it and hold that. And if you remember me saying in the past, 45,000 was critical to continue the bull run on a macro level, the uptrend, and that still has remained the same. It's come down a little bit because because the 200 daily moving average is trending down a little bit, so it's come down about $500. So at about let's see, 44,300. I'm sorry, 44,300 is where we need to hold that. Okay. So that being said, it's going to be a very interesting day today. It's going to be a very interesting day, very interesting week. It depends. Do we have enough strength to push above the 30-day and then hold it here, and then rally next week to the 44? Or are we going to get rejected and roll over, come down to our trend line? Now, if we get rejected, let me go back to the 4-hour chart, and we'll take a look and see where we would be pulling back to. So if we come up and test the 42,200 on the 4-hour chart, which is the 200 daily moving average, let's say we get rejected from that, and then we come back down, the natural area of support would be somewhere around, I would think, actually let me extend this over, and then if we get rejected and come down, if we come down to the 30-day moving average, that's going to be about 40,800 right here, this 30-day moving average line. That would be about 40,800. Now remember, I told you that in previous videos, when we have a pullback, if we have a pullback and we reach this higher low, I'm going to be adding big time. As long as that higher low holds and we start to move higher, I'm going to be adding in this area in a very big way. Now this is not investment advice. This is just, I'm sharing with you what my strategy is here. So that being said, we're looking very good on the charts. We are overextended. We are running into resistance, and it's going to be difficult for the bulls from this point forward. Taking a look at the altcoins are looking amazing right now. We're seeing altcoins make huge gains. Aave, 5%. Look at this. Aave is a monster. It's a beast, and we're up 5%. ADA, ADA is a slow performer, poor performer. It's been weak lately. It follows Bitcoin, but it doesn't have much strength in its moves when it's following Bitcoin. But still, ADA is still up from the bottom here. ADA's up 9%. It's actually beating Bitcoin, right? Stronger than Bitcoin from this bottom, but it's really lagging behind when it comes to other projects. When we take a look at Aave, let's take a look at Aave. Aave's move from the bottom has been 20%. That's huge. It has doubled ADA and even more than doubled Bitcoin. This is why a lot of buyers choose altcoins when Bitcoin is showing strength. Okay, because when Bitcoin is showing strength, the altcoins will outperform Bitcoin every time. And however, when Bitcoin is pulling back and going down, the altcoins will overperform on the downside as well, and you'll lose much more in altcoins than you will in Bitcoin. So that being said, Algorand is looking good. We still have a pump for Algorand. API 3 up almost 5% today. Arweave a couple percent, but still looking great. Atom, same thing. Everything is following Bitcoin. AVAX here, looking good. Axie Infinity, a little bit slow off the bottom, but BAT, Basic Attention Token, great project, looking good, showing a lot of strength coming off of the bottom. And Blocktopia, BNB, look at BNB, showing a lot of strength, going straight up, parabolic. And again, once again, Bitcoin. Here's Cake. Now Cake has done really well also. Cake has a double pump here. Came up off of the bottom to the 30-day moving average. That was an 8% move. Came down a little bit, and then it made another bull flag move up to 11%. So that's real nice. So from the bottom, you're looking at, Cake has made a 16% move from the bottom, which is great. So this is why a lot of the buyers, they prefer altcoins when Bitcoin is strong. CeeLo looking good, hitting resistance. All of these coins, all of these altcoins are pretty much pulling the same pattern as Bitcoin and running into resistance at the 200. There are some that are above the 200. Those that are above the 200 will show strength. Cody, Cody's pretty much following Bitcoin and ADA right now, but you can see they're all overbought. Now technically we are still, like for Cody, take a look at this. When we're under the 200 daily moving average, we're technically bearish, still in a downtrend. Okay, and we're overextended here on the RSI, and we're overextended here on the stochastic and Fisher. So this is going to be a very difficult area to break above, and the entire market will have to have Bitcoin breaking above the 200 daily moving average so they can break above the 200 daily moving average, because this is going to be a shorting area for the bears. The bears always short very, very hard off of the 200 daily moving average. Okay, so taking a look at CTI, Cartesi, Doge, you can see they're all pulling the same pattern. DOT, here's DOT. I like DOT coming up from the bottom here. What do we have? We have 11%, almost 12%. Beautiful move. I mean, this is great, man. Great. So, if you got 10K, 11% is $1,100 off of the bottom here. That's not bad for a few days of price movement, right? So DOT is one of my favorites. I love DOT. Again, I'm not telling you to buy now. Okay, the market's already been pushing up hard. So I would be very, very careful at this point. This is not investment advice. I'm sharing with you what I'm doing. Dreams looking good. DYDX showing a lot of strength, and EGLD, another one showing a lot of strength, right? Flow, not Flow, Elon, I'm sorry. I saw this one and I almost purchased it. I almost bought it, but at that time I didn't know if Bitcoin was pulling back or not, so I should have bought it, but I was playing it safe, especially now because we're under the 200 daily moving average and Bitcoin is not, I wasn't sure. Bitcoin was running into, a lot of selling. If you look on the order flows, Bitcoin has been getting shorted very hard, very, very hard. But still we are pushing higher. So this is great news, showing a lot of strength for Bitcoin and the market. So I was going to buy here. I was going to buy Elon here because I knew Elon would push higher and it would be making a lot of gains. If you see what this pump was, this was a 55% pump. See, 55% pump. But if Bitcoin pulled back and I entered down here, then I could have lost a lot because it would have pulled back very hard, especially with Bitcoin. Because remember, the altcoins lose more than Bitcoin, a lot more than when Bitcoin is pulling back. So Engine, I like Engine, still right under the 200 daily moving average, just like Bitcoin is. It's going to be a place of resistance. Possibly could pull back here to the 30-day moving average, which would be around $1.50. $1.50. Engine needs to stay above $1.50 to maintain this run. Ethereum is actually breaking out above the 200 daily moving average, showing strength before Bitcoin. Bitcoin's not above the 200 daily moving average yet. So fear. So you get the idea. I don't want to make it too long. We're looking really good. I did have a friend that here watching the channel that wants me to take a look at Luna. So let me find Luna real quick. Luna, here we go. And this is Luna. Luna showing massive strength above the daily, or excuse me, above the 4-hour chart, 200 daily moving average. Looking good. 200 daily moving average. It will stay very bullish above $91.70. $91.70 is the 200 daily moving average on the 4-hour to hold. The 30-day moving average is going to show support as well, 87.75. So if the 200 daily moving average does not hold, the 30-day moving average around 87.60 at this point. Now that's going to change a little bit as Luna comes down over time. So that's actually going to rise a little bit, okay, after Luna pulls back, if it does. So if Luna can hold this 200 daily moving average here, 200 daily moving average, like I said, is at 91.70. Then what's going to happen is Luna is should consolidate. Luna will consolidate a bit and reset the RSI. RSI is overbought right here. Okay, so it's very risky to enter right now. Personally, I wouldn't be buying right here. I want to see Luna do something like this, stay above the 200 and consolidate. Then I would be buying that. The stochastics and RSI, the stochastics and Fisher overbought. So this was a very strong impulsive move from the bottom. Now I want to see them hold I want to see it hold the 200 daily moving average on the pullback. Okay. If it does not, then it would probably come down to about 87.70 right here. Okay, and then bounce. Do this, maybe possibly have a larger consolidation. The volume is coming down, which is what you want to see. So what's going to happen is it's going to pull back, and then you're going to see the volumes come lower, and then the volume will spike up like this as well, like right here, and then you're going to have another push higher for Luna. But it's going to take some time. I mean, Luna has just ran. Let's see, what's the percentage off the bottom for Luna? Luna has just ran 26% off the bottom. So what we're going to have is we're going to have a period of time where Luna settles down, starts to consolidate. It's got to take a rest, right? It has to take a rest. We have horizontal 200 daily moving average, which is a very good sign. We're not moving up yet, and we don't have a 30-day moving average cross above the 200 daily moving average cross yet. And that's what I'm really looking for. You can see here, back here, where the 200 daily moving average crossed, or excuse me, 30-day moving average crossed down below the 200, and then that's when you saw the price show a lot of weakness and bottom out. Okay, so once we move above that, once the 200 or once the 30 is above the 200 daily moving average, the purple line above the red line, then you're going to see a lot of strength in Luna. Luna is a great project. Luna is a top project and has been for some time. And Luna, I expect, will overperform the market by head and shoulders when we officially, when Bitcoin gets above and holds a 200 daily moving average. Then Luna is really going to show a lot of strength and take off. So there you have it, friends. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great week. I hope you're in the money. I hope you're in the money. If you are, congratulations. If you're not in the market yet, it's okay. You'll have some opportunities a little bit later to enter the market after Bitcoin has a breather, after the market has a breather and pulls back a little bit. And again, like I said, what I'm going to be looking for is sideways consolidation right under the 200 daily moving average, or a pullback, right? And if we pull back, I'm gonna be going all in on this higher low. So there you have it, friends. Not financial advice. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for watching. Please click like, and let's make some money together. Take care. We'll see you next time.